Hello there, and welcome to the Long Kong English Channel, Episode 3, the 4th of October, 2023. And the topic, National Identity. Up first, we've got fresh faces. This week, we're going to learn about the new teacher, Ms. Chan.
Hi everybody, I'm Ms. Chen, the new English teacher this year. I'm teaching Form 2, Form 4 and Form 5.
What do you do in your free time?
In my free time, I love playing basketball and volleyball because I consider myself as kind of an active person.
What is your first impression of the students here?
I found the students are very cute, cheerful and kind, as well as welcoming. On my first day coming to Long Kong, I already feel how warm and how welcoming the students are. For example, there are some students coming up to me and ask whether I'm new teacher. And they encourage me and ask me to try my best to fulfill my job duty.
What is a book that you would like to recommend?
One of my favorite books is One for My Enemy by Olivia Blake. Why I love this book is because this book is one of the very famous Romeo and Juliet retelling, and the book is very descriptive and poetic, but at the same time not overly descriptive. So if you are not very familiar with reading mystery books or fictions, then it will be a very good choice.
Is there anything else you would like to tell our students?
Last but not least, I wish everyone a very fruitful year ahead.
Thank you for sharing, Ms. Chan. This has been Fresh Faces. And now, we'll talk about national identity. When you think of your identity, what do you think of first? Your name? For countries, the name they use can be an important part of their national identity. Sometimes countries even change their names. For example, do you know the country Bharat? It's one of the world's biggest countries. And you probably know it better as India. Recently, the Prime Minister of this country asked to be called the Prime Minister of Bharat at a dinner for world leaders. This country has many languages and most of them use Bharat. But in English, it's called India. The name India came from ancient Greece around 2,500 years ago and over 5,000 kilometers away. So many people inside the country think it isn't an appropriate name. But because the name India is so popular, some people think it would be confusing if they change it after all this time. In any case, the choice is theirs. Perhaps soon we'll say goodbye to India and hello to Bharat. This has been National Identity.
And now, Real Talk!
Because language can be a big part of national identity, I'd like to share some idioms from other languages. English isn't the only language with interesting sayings. First I have ni moi cirque, ni moi malpi, which means not my circus, not my monkeys, and it comes from Poland. This means that's not my problem, or I don't want to be involved. An example might be, you should run for student union president. You would be great. And student B says, no thanks. That's not my circus, not my monkeys. They don't want to do it. Next I've got at glida på en räkmacka, which means to slide on a shrimp sandwich. And this comes from Sweden. This means to have an easy life because you are rich. Finally, I've got ogni morte di papa, which means at every pope's death. And this comes from Italy. This means to happen extremely rarely, like once in a blue moon. The Pope lives in the world's smallest country, and that country is entirely inside Rome, Italy. So the Pope has been very important to Italian culture. In the past 2,000 years, there have been only 267 popes, and one of them is still alive. So this means about once every 7.5 years. Quite rare. All languages have their own interesting idioms. I hope you found these 3 examples as interesting as I did. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Slide on a prawn sandwich. And once every pope's death. This has been
Real Talk.
And finally, it's time for the weekly mission. This is your chance to participate and maybe win a prize. After you write your information on the front, cut off the bottom of your worksheet. Then write an answer on the back and place it in my box on the 2nd floor, right in there. Students who share correct answers by 4:30 p.m. on Friday will be part of a lucky draw for a prize. You might need a dictionary for this week's topic. I want to know if there are any interesting idioms in your language. For most of you, that's probably Cantonese. If you have another language, that's great. Please think of an interesting saying and translate it into English. I hope to share some really interesting sentences next time. Now we've got the winner's circle. And now the winning answers for last week. For riddle number 1, what can you catch but never throw? A cold. Riddle 2, what do you have but other people use it more than you? Your name. And riddle 3, what gets bigger when more is taken away? That's a hole. We had a couple of student riddles. This is the riddle that won. What letter is an animal? The answer? B. The winners for last week are, for riddle number 1, Kingdy from 5A, Alex from 3A, Henry from 2B, and the student riddle came from Asuka from 3D. Please find me, Mr. K, in the English room after school today to claim your prize. And thank you to all who tried this week. Better luck next time. This has been Long Kong English Channel. Thanks for watching.